to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the big house. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the... Looking outside, it's Marshall. Oh, he's got some space. He's past the sticks. The 40. Discards him with the stiff arm. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Fires into the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the return, it's Thomas. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got an alley. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle. It's Blaylock. At the 45 on his way. Into the secondary on the right. slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket,
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Keeps it looking for the edge. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
this offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the red zone, it's Blaylock. Might have a got some room, headed to the goal line. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Into the end zone for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Marshall. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll pull it down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original.
Racing to the right. The 30. The 20. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. On the move. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football.
Touchdown! Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Throws it off the RPO. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First play of the period, first down here. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Blaylock. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Now, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Takes the handoff, it's Walker. Breaks into the open. He's got enough. Running inside the 20. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Gets the back moving. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's run out of bounds, but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Heaves it deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Catch in the middle, it's Sategna. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
He's got an open man. Down inside the 35, stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
Right side, it's Blaylock. Dragged down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And now on second down for this offense. Hits inside, it's Blaylock. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Left side, it's Sategna. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Run in the red zone, it's Blaylock. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Blaylock. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Move to his right. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to run it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. 3rd touchdown of the game, a 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Number 29, set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Unloads it left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Extending the play. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Marshall. Breaks the tackle. He's got the first down. Turning it on. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Underwood to throw. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Marshall. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll reach for a 50. What a disappointment. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the number 16 team, the Houston Cougars.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
And it's Kansas State with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third.
And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They give it back to him. Stopped right there.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Trying to get started. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. From the gun, it's Marshall. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keep. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown Sooners! Stealing a score on special teams. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Out wide left, it's Marshall. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Off play action on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer trying to burn this defensive back. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Going to field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Running inside, it's Marshall. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the 1-2, and he's got a 1st down. Now on first down from the 28. Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Throwing, Underwood. Moving out to the right. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They're going to run it to the right. They put the brakes on it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground game on the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds his man, it's Harris. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Blaylock. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side is Blaylock. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Second down, going to throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Just keeps slinging it. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Buying time to his right. On the move, he fires. Right side, it's Marshall. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Under pressure. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Escapes the pressure going right. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll try the counter. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Hand off Robinson, running left. Fighting off the defender. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. They're in control of the clock as their friend, you'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires left. He's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today,
oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Second and long here.